Hi and welcome to this tutorial of Lucas Graham's Drunk in the Morning. I saw a couple of covers on the guitar on YouTube for this song, but none of them actually explained what they were doing, so I thought I'd figure it out and do a tutorial for those of you who felt the same. And yeah, it's a really cool jazzy kind of song. It's really groovy rhythm, and yeah, I would say let's get right into it. First of all, let's take a look at the chords that we need for the verse. The song's in E minor. Actually, it's in E minor 7, so we have a bar on the 7th fret from the A string to the E string, and then we put our middle finger on the 8th fret of the B string and our ring finger on the 9th fret of the D string. In this case, you don't really have to mute the E string since it's in E minor, so if the low E string rings out, it doesn't really matter, but I think for the feel of this song it sounds better if you use just the bottom 3 strings. From this E minor 7 we move down 2 frets to a D major 7. We still have the bar, but this time on the 5th fret, and then we put our middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string, ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string, and our pinky on the 7th fret of the B string. Okay, and from there, so we play this twice. Then one more time, and then from there we move to a C sharp minor 7. So that's a bar on the 4th fret, middle finger 5th fret B string, and ring finger 6th fret D string. And then from there to a regular F sharp major. Okay? So the transition in the verse sounds like this. And from there you could either move back to the E minor 7, or you could do a little walk down, and that would sound like this. And what I did there is I moved from this F sharp major down to a regular F, and then to a regular E minor, but with my ring and my pinky instead of this normal shape that you would normally use. And instead of playing the whole bar with this E minor, I then quickly switch back to this E minor 7 on the 7th fret. So again, the transition sounds like this. Okay. That's about it for the verse. Then we move right to the pre-chorus. And the pre-chorus looks like this. We go from an E minor 7 to an F sharp minor 7, which is the same shape as the E minor 7, but this time on the 9th fret. And from there we move to a G bar chord 3rd fret, so that's bar on all 6 strings on the 3rd fret, then middle finger 4th fret on the G string, ring finger 5th fret on the A string, and pinky 5th fret on the D string. And from there we move to an A major, which is the same shape as the G major bar chord, just 2 frets higher on the 5th fret. So the pre-chorus sounds like this. Oh, sorry. So as you could see, instead of doing it for a whole bar, it's always just 2.5 beats on the first chord, and then the rest of the bar on the other chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So now that you've got to know the chords, let's take a look at the strumming pattern, which really stands out for this song, makes it really smooth and groovy rhythmically. So let's practice it on the E minor 7, our first chord from the verse, and the strumming pattern sounds like this. What I'm doing there is I do down, up, slap. That's the first part. And when I do the downstroke, the upstroke, I try to only hit the top 3 strings. So, okay, so that's down, up, slap, and then a muted upstroke. So I release the pressure on the chord so it doesn't ring, and it makes that muted sound. So down, up, slap, muted up. Then I pretty much do the same again. So, and to end the strumming pattern, I just do one down upstroke, and I finish it off by doing a muted down up again. So the whole thing sounds like this, really slowly. Okay, again. And then we would switch to the next chord. So a bit faster, and in context it sounds like this. Okay. You could also use a different strumming pattern if you wanted. This is the one that they use if they play acoustically with only the guitar. But you can also play an imitation of the piano, which is just eighth and downstrokes played a bit in a staccato feel like this. So what I do there is just downstrokes, eighths, and then always after each stroke release the pressure, so we have that staccato feel. So, and to end the strumming pattern I always do one down up. Okay, got it? But I feel that this strumming pattern is a bit more groovy for this song. So the chords that you need for the chorus are pretty simple. First one is just a regular D major, so that's open D string, top 2 strings are muted, open D string, 2nd fret G string, 3rd fret B string, and 2nd fret on the E string. Then we move to a G major 7, and you can play it in different ways, but I usually play it like this. I use my thumb to play the 3rd fret on the E string, and also to mute the A string. So we've got 3 mute, open D string, 4th fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, and 2nd fret on the B string. From there we move to an E minor 7, but this time in a different voicing. So it's just like the regular E minor, so 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, and then ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then open E string. And last chord is an A major variation. Normally you would play an A major like this or like this, but this time we use a bar to play the 2nd fret of the A major chord. So we've got muted low E string, open A, and then we have this bar on the 2nd fret. It goes down to to the high E string as well. But now we also use our ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string to make this A variation. Okay? So muted E string, open A, 4th fret D, 2nd fret G, 2nd fret B, 2nd fret E. Okay? And the strumming pattern for the chorus is pretty easy, it's just 8 and downstrokes. So okay, so we always try to accentuate the full beat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And in order to end the chorus, we just move to our D7. So the end of the chorus sounds like this. Play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we move back to our verse. Now we have one more section left to cover, which is the bridge, and good news for you, the bridge is just exactly the same as the chorus. Okay? So that's D, G major 7, E minor 7, and this A major variation. So I hope that everything is clear, you understood all of the different sections. Now you just have to listen to the song and see where the different parts fit in, and then I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have fun practicing.